Picture this. A man walks into a coffee shop, sees a woman looking back at him with a warm smile. You can almost feel the anticipation in the air, the quiet hum of conversation around them fading into the background. The man, an average-looking fellow with a kind face, is carrying the weight of a long day. He's dressed in business casual, his eyes heavy with exhaustion. Yet there is an undeniable spark of excitement that lights up his eyes when he spots her. The woman, on the other hand, is striking. She's dressed in a simple dress, but her aura is captivating. Her eyes have an inexplicable depth, and her smile warms the very air around her. She's sitting at a corner table, engrossed in a book, a half-drunk cup of coffee sitting in front of her. This is any moment. This is a moment pregnant with possibilities. The man takes a deep breath, gathering his courage. He puts on his best smile, the one he reserves for moments like these, and begins to walk towards her. As he approaches, he glances at her book. It's a novel by his favorite author. His heart flutters, and he sees this as a sign. They have something in common, a shared interest. The man now believes that this chance meeting is not just a coincidence. It was meant to be. He stops in front of her table. She looks up, her eyes meeting his. He notices a smile on her face and decides to strike up a conversation, perhaps about the book she's reading. In his mind, he's already envisioning the connection they could have, the meaningful conversations they could share. Every step of his approach, every glance exchanged, and every word he has prepared is charged with hope and expectation. His heart thumps audibly in his chest as he pulls out the chair opposite her. He introduces himself, his voice cracking slightly from nerves. The exchange that follows is, unfortunately, less than warm. The woman's smile fades, replaced by a look of surprise, then discomfort. Her eyes dart around the room, as if looking for an escape. The man, confused, tries to lighten the mood with a joke, a compliment even. But his efforts are met with stiff nods and forced smiles. It turns out the woman was just being polite. Her smile was not an invitation, merely a courtesy. The man, visibly deflated, mumbles an apology and retreats, his earlier excitement replaced with embarrassment. He misread her body language, mistook her politeness for interest. He thought that her smile, the book she was reading, the shared moment of eye contact, were all signs of a shared connection. But all it was a simple act of courtesy. The man leaves the coffee shop, his eyes downcast. He has learned a tough lesson about assumption and perception, but he also walks away with a newfound sense of empathy, an understanding that not every smile is an invitation, not every glance is a connection, and not everything is as it appears to be. And so, what he thought was an invitation was merely a courtesy. Welcome to the fascinating world of body language, a realm where a minor shift in posture or a fleeting facial expression can convey a message that carries more weight than 1,000 words. Despite the fundamental role that body language plays in human communication, many of us often find ourselves misinterpreting these signals as if we're reading from a completely different book. Our focus today will be oriented towards female body language. This topic is a vast and intricate tapestry, with each thread representing a signal or gesture, some of which you should never ignore if you wish to truly understand what's being communicated beyond the spoken words. We'll delve into the nuanced world of female nonverbal cues, examining them in detail. Let's consider a typical scenario: a woman who frequently touches her face during a conversation. On the surface, this might seem insignificant, but in the realm of body language, it can carry a multitude of meanings. Some individuals might interpret this as a sign of discomfort or nervousness, an indication that she's not at ease. However, it is essential to remember one fundamental rule of body language: context. If she's narrating a funny tale from her past, then that face touching might just be her way of expressing amusement or some level of embarrassment. It can be a way for her to physically manifest the emotions that are tied to her recollection. It's a rich, subtle language of gestures that can reveal the unspoken sentiments behind her laughter or blushes. Now let's switch scenarios. Imagine you're conversing with a woman who maintains eye contact, leans towards you, and consistently mimics your body language. These are not random actions, they're powerful signals of interest and engagement. She's not just passively listening to your words, she's actively participating in the conversation, absorbing your energy, mirroring your actions, and showing you through her behavior that she's fully present and invested in the interaction. However, body language isn't only about detecting positive signals. It's also about recognizing signs of disinterest or detachment. If a woman is continuously checking her watch with seemingly distracted attention, giving you curt one-word answers, or subtly positioning herself to face away from you, these are clear indications that she's disengaged from the conversation. She's not interested in the exchange and would likely prefer to be somewhere else. These signals are equally important and should not be dismissed. Understanding body language is akin to learning a new language, a dance of silent dialogues that requires a keen eye and respectful approach. The key to unlocking these hidden messages lies in 3 simple steps: observing, adapting, and respecting. Observe the subtleties of her body language, adapting your approach based on the signals you're receiving, while always respecting her personal space and emotions. It's a delicate balance to maintain, but one that's pivotal to creating meaningful communication. Remember, body language can often disclose what words might struggle to convey. So the next time you find yourself in a conversation with a woman, pay closer attention to these nonverbal cues. They can provide valuable insights into her thoughts and feelings, helping you navigate the interaction more effectively. And there you have it. The art of understanding body language, as you've learned, is a skill that's both intriguing and invaluable. It's something that requires a level of dedication, practice, and patience, honing your observational skills over time to enhance your understanding of those around you. Once you've mastered this talent, it can undoubtedly pave the way for a deeper understanding of human behavior and foster more meaningful connections with those you interact with. As we progress towards the end of this informative journey, it's crucial to remember that body language, although fascinating and insightful, is only one piece of the complex communication puzzle we are all a part of. There's so much more to communication than just nonverbal cues. Listening, truly listening, to the words being spoken, interpreting the meanings behind the spoken words, and understanding the emotions they convey are all equally important aspects to master. Not to forget, appreciating and empathizing with the person behind those words is fundamental. Each person we meet carries their own unique story, experiences, and perspectives that shape their communication style and body language. Acknowledging the individuality behind the words adds another layer to your comprehension. Now, as we inch towards the conclusion, let's add an exciting twist. Here's a sneak peek into our upcoming video: Male Body Language, Signals Worth Noting. We're about to flip the script and delve into the captivating world of male body language. So hold your breath, stay tuned, and get ready to dive in. We encourage you to continue on this journey of observation and learning. It's a continuous process, one that requires you to be persistent and curious. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more insightful and intriguing videos into the realm of human behavior and relationships. We also value your experiences and viewpoints. So please take a moment to share your experiences, observations, and stories in the comments. Your input could potentially help others understand this complex art better. We're excited to hear your stories, learn from your experiences, and grow with you. Until next time, keep the conversations going, keep observing, keep learning, and most importantly, keep growing. Be curious about people, their behaviors, and their stories. It's this curiosity that will guide your journey in understanding body language and beyond.